All right, welcome everybody to another daily Japanese study video where I study Japanese every single day and I bring you along for the ride. I am by no means fluent. If you see me make a mistake, please correct me in the comments so that other folks and I can learn from my mistakes. Today we're kind of showing you the stuff that we typically do during the Twitch stream portion of things. Uh, we'll be doing some Wanikani, which I don't have very much in for reviews because I'm not paying for it, so I've ran out of material. A little bit of Anki because I only had a couple that I missed this morning, so now they've come back to haunt us. We'll do some Renshu, and then we'll do a Yasashi Asahi Shinbun article. And this is kind of what we would do before the normal Shinchan or NHK Newsweb Easy articles that we do on here. Let's kind of work through this. Let's start with Wanikani here. If you don't know Wanikani, it is a website where you can study kanji and other words. We have done a decent amount of it, but only the first 4 levels are free. So I have not paid for it. Or sorry, the first 3 levels are free. I have not paid for it because I'm essentially just waiting for it to go on an end of the year sale. Yes, it's the beginning of the year right now, so that's not anytime soon. And buy just the lifetime account so that I can get access to everything and never think about the fact that they're going to charge me again sometime. I know that if you use it and you stop paying, you do lose access apparently to everything after level 3 that you have done. So that's and I don't know if that's 100% true, but based on what I was reading in some of the forums, I believe that's what's going on. All right, let's click on start reviews and get into it. So we have a few things that we're running to work on. North here. So you can see it's just kanji. They do a lot of radicals. I'm very bad at remembering what they wanted these radicals to be called. I think this is lid. Maybe it's roof. Is it roof? It's roof. It was roof. I guess lid's the one without the dot on the top. Anyways, I don't care too much about getting that wrong. Skoshi. Skoshi. Kore. This. Okay. So, oh, small. Darn. That's what I get. Okay. Ol, Dol, right? So, princess. Because isn't it Joel for queen? Yeah. Okay. I believe so. I might be wrong on that as well. But I'd like to be right. Okay, we have our direction because it has the little dot there. So hole for that, roof, what they want this called. I'm an apprentice on it because I keep getting it wrong. Kita for north, cancellation. And I don't currently have my keyboard in Japanese mode. So as I'm typing this, it's figuring it out. It's not Windows doing it. So Chushi, right? Chushi for cancellation. Didn't we already type that in? Oh no, we typed the other bit of it. Oljo, right? Small. Migi. Oh, they don't want Migi. What was it you or Sa? Which one was it was you? Sa is left. Okay. Schult on there. Okay. I know how to pronounce it every time. I just sometimes write few instead of small because I'm so used to messing up few. All right. The next thing that we tend to do is actually on the phone. So I will use this screen time here. This is Renshu. It is pretty fun as far as ways to learn things are concerned. So I've done a little bit of this already. So like words for beginner Japanese up at the top here. had 80-ish to review and now 20 to learn. Beginner kanji had like 8. It never has very many because we finished them a while ago. Uh, and beginner Japanese N5 is actually kind of neat because they make you work on words and sentences instead of just by themselves. So that's kind of nice. Let's kind of do the words for beginners here, and I'll go through that. So here it's like, yeah, house, residence, dwelling, family, household, lineage, family name, yeah. And you can go to write it, which is why I have this little stylus here to practice writing it. Not that I will do any writing in Japan. I just find it helps me remember the kanji a little bit better if there's a tactile thing involved. Then down at the bottom, they'll show it to you in sentences. Okay, so 彼女の家は郊外にある. Her home is in the suburbs. 郊外, is that just outer part? Well, I want the. Yeah, we'll look at it later. So her home, 彼女の家は郊外にある. 郊外. I like that. 郊外. Uh, 文 Boonpole. Boonpole. Grammar. Boonpole. Okay. Yep. Boonpole. 答え. Yep. Answer. Reply. 答える. To answer. 答え. And answer. 次. Immediately. At once. Right away. Yep. 次に. Right. 大学生. College student. Sometimes I will see this written like with dashi before it for like male college student or excuse me, joshi in front of it, right? Would it be? Yeah, it'd be joshi. But in a lot of those, they will drop the goku in there. It'll just be like dashi daisei for male college student. It's always I don't know exactly how uh, in the Japanese language they decide on what to chop and slice out of a word to make a contraction. But here we have bon, evening, night, bon. Eigakan, movie theater, eigakan. We have projection and uh, picture here. So projection, picture, right? A movie is a projected picture, sure. Con is a like building, yeah, building, mansion, large thing. And as you click on them, you get little pop-ups showing you it, so you can practice with stuff. So eiga con, hakaru, to take, to hang, to come into view. Hakaru. Okay, sentences. Eiga magas, eiga magatte, wakatteru. Picture is hung crooked. Oh, yeah, because uh like maga, it's magaru, right? Magaru. Yeah, magaru is to bend to curve. So in this sentence it's like yeah, crooked, skewed. Okay. E ga magatte kakatteru. Okay. Picture is hung crooked. Kaze is our breeze. Kaze. So they don't have the sentence. Let's see. Kaze wa higashi kara fueteru. The wind is blowing from the east. Okay. Sendai, the city. Yeah, Sendai. Okay. It's an odd thing for them to just throw in here. I guess we've got Osaka so far. We've got in Tokyo. In Renshu. I haven't. I think that's it for the bigger cities. So Sendai, Sendai before Kyoto, Sendai before Nara. Okay, Sendai before Fukuoka. Even. Jeez. Okay. Tsugi. Okay. Immediately at once. Tsugi. So they instantly make you do a small quiz and then they get added. And it is spaced repetition, so they do seem, or at least it seems to be. So I get them substantially later. So ban for evening. Wakaru was to take a resource, come into view. Ie for the family house, right there, or lineage. Eiga-kon, movie theater. Eiga-kon. So eiga-kon. Okay. Kaze for wind breeze. Yep. Okay. Daigokse, the top one. Daigokse. Bunpo, which was, what was Bun? I've already forgotten. Grammar. That's why I've forgotten. Uh, right. That's, I keep forgetting. Boon Pro is a play on this. Right. Kotae. Kotae. For an answer, Sendai, the city in Miyagi. All right, so we've got 10 of those. We'll click it again. We'll learn the next 10. So now we have Sengetsu, the last month. And if I hit play, let me actually turn it up a little bit there. Sengetsu. Yeah, so you can get it played for you and hear it. Sengetsu, kawaru is to change, to transform, to be altered, to move to be different. Yep. Kawaru, kawaru. Dete kuru, dete kuru. To come out, to emerge, to turn up. What is this a picture of? What is that a picture of? Is that a platypus? Yeah, that's a bill down there. That's a platypus. Weird animals, the platypus. Okay, so let's look at a sentence for this one. Kaze o hita, not hita, hita. Kaze o hita, sore ni netsu mo dete kita. Okay, and then of course we can hit the little icon down here to play it. 風邪をひいた。それに熱も出てきた. It is neat that kaze, like a cold, and kaze, wind, is contained inside of kaze, a cold. That's fun. Okay. 風邪をひいた。それに熱も出てきた. 熱も出てきた. Okay. Moreover, I got a fever as well. I like that they're already doing something that you get used to, where you get shown a verb, and it's like, here you see, dete kuru, dete kuru, dete kuru. Okay, and you're like, oh, okay, to come out, to emerge, to turn up. Okay, sure, sure. Kaze o hita, sore ni netsu mo dete kita. Okay, so this is a fever came out, which would translate to I got a fever. But it's always hilarious to me when it says one thing and then in the translation says a different thing, even though you see where it came from. Like, a fever came out, a fever appeared. Nen for year, nothing new there. Two, nothing new there for 10. Sono being that, nothing new there. Tape recorder. I mean, sure, but I really don't think that's going to be something I need to talk about very often. Nani, Higashi being east. They actually showed us that being told before they showed us that being Higashi in this app. Because they showed us Tokyo as one of the first words. Poketo, poketo. There's a pocket. Then study again. Kawaru, to change, to transform. Dete kuru, dete kuru. There we go. Third one, to come out, to emerge. Poketo, pocket. 2, 10. Tape recorder. Tape recorder. Nani? What? Nin, years old. Whoa, no, no, no. Wait. Yeah, I guess it's a counter for year, not years old. That is in fact me just getting it wrong. Sono, last month. Didn't get it. Okay, Higashi. And counter for years. That was smart of them to put something related to that. in there. All right. Now let's kind of show the way that they show and teach kanji. You'll click learn here, and it will give you one. It'll give you both of the pronunciations for it. So uh, this does not have any kunyomi, only onyomi, and it is kyoku. Kyoku. So they'll give examples of words that contain it. So yubin kyoku, post office, right? Kyoku, yubin kyoku, yubin uke for like a mailbox, right? Down at the bottom, we can also see memetics that people have made for it. And if you hit the refresh, you can get a different one. The Federal Bureau of Investigation has email scanners that flag certain phrases. Sure. Okay, sure. And then, of course, write it, where you write it. Okay. Bureau, kyoku, yubin kyoku. Okay. Bend music, magaru, kyoku. Oh, do you see the pattern already with the way that they like to do this? They will very often give you a bunch of kanji that all have very, very similar, if not exactly the same, onyomi readings. Kyoku. So, magaru, kyoku. So we have bend, music, melody, curve, crooked, perverse, lean. Let's look at the meaning here. So, composition of music, kyoku. Composition, piece of music, kyoku. A curve, kyokusen. And kyoku. And yep, indirect. There we go. Roundabout. Circumlocutory. Circumlocutory. Circumlocute. That's a weird one. And magaru. To turn. Ah, we can practice writing it as well. Ah, that was perfect. Nailed it. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Diligence. Become employed. Serve. Tsutomeru. Tsutomeru. Tsutomaru. I don't know if I've seen it used as tsutomaru. Okay. We have kin and, well, is it kin or is it? Yeah, it's definitely kin. Tsukin. Commuting to work. Tsukin. Going to work. Kinben. Diligent, hardworking. Kinmu. Service duty. Wow. Okay. We also have gon, but I don't see any gon here. Which you can see they are highlighting these two, so that's what they want us to learn from it. I I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing there. Okay, same thing. So we've got king here. Go ahead and practice writing king. Diligence. Become employed, serve. Tsutomeru. I think most of the time it's like serve in a role, you know? Okay, tsutomeru kin. All right. Suffering, trial, worry, hardship, feel bitter, scowl. Nigai, okay, bitter, nigai. Kuro, shimu, and kuro shi, and ku. Okay, and we have like a flower on a grave for suffering. Ooh, okay. Uh, nigate, or at, not very good at, yep. Kutsu, pain, agony, suffering, distress, torment. Kuro, troubleship. Nigai, bitter. Uh, Nigami, okay, yep, that makes sense. We've dropped the E and we added mi to turn it into bitterness, the ness sound. Mimetic here is old weed tastes bitter. Okay. When old people are suffering in the hospital, they usually receive flowers. The old grass is suffering because the cool weather. Okay, that's silly. All right. So same thing. We have building mansion and I already got one wrong. Wow, nice. Kin? Oh no. Uh, yeah. Yeah, it's the one with flowers. For diligence. Okay. Uh, Kyoku for turn curve. Nigai, bitterness. Oh wow. Bureau board office. I feel stupid. Ugh. All right. Words for beginner Japanese. One to review. Somehow I got one to review here. Oh, it just added that. Magaru. Okay. Huh. Neat. All right. Well, let's show you a little bit of what the beginner Japanese looks like on here. No, I don't want to. Oh, they don't want me to do that until. Okay, I won't learn anything new. They don't want me to learn anything until I get more words in. So just the review portion of this. You can see it's doing like sentences. Sometimes there'll be the ones like this where there's a multiple choice. Other times there'll be mix and match ones. So we'll go until we get a couple of each example here. 彼はみんな all. So as for him, uh, everyone something. So he's doing something to everyone. We have genki as our first word. Genki ni shimashita. So he's making everyone happy, lively. Okay. So here's the mix and match ones. 彼女は有名な医者になった. She became a famous doctor. And if you want like a hint from seeing what it's supposed to say in English, you can click down here. So she became a famous doctor. Yeah. So 彼女は有名な医者になった. Okay. 30分. Okay, then blank, 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 blank. 30分. Okay, so I have 宿題 for homework and できます to be able to. So, are you able to do the homework in 30 minutes? So, 30分で宿題ができますか? Yes. And once again, you can hit play.
30分で宿題ができますか?
Uh-huh. Nice. Okay. Manga nado wa. Okay. Actually, I think that's quite literally what it is. I was just reading them down there, then I looked up at what our options were. Manga nado wa yoku yomimasu. So they often read manga and things like that. Okay. We have nanka. And remember, when you add ka to one of our like question words, nani's like what. So it's like what thing essentially. So like something, right? So something 食べませんか? So can I eat something? Would you like to eat something? Yeah. I guess if we're saying that to someone, we'd probably be asking them. All right. I'm not going to go through all 29 on this video. Instead, what we're going to do now is hop over to Asahi Asahi Shimbun. I picked an article that wasn't about earthquakes because every article was about earthquakes today. And we have Golden Week. Okay, so Golden Week について紹介します. So, 紹介 is like an introduction, right? Yeah, introduction. So, an introduction in regards to Golden Week. So they're going to teach us about Golden Week with this article, apparently, which is sometimes longer than a week long. Right? Because it's like 5 holidays in a row. And like, depending on where they're at, you might be able to get more than 1 week off of work because of it, depending on how the days off you take. All right, anyways. 日本では 毎年4月の終わり頃から5月の初めにかけて休日が続きます。Okay. Sorry, 休日. Okay. Let's work through the first sentence here. 日本では毎年4月の終わり頃から5月のは初めにかけて and then we'll do the second half there. So in Japan, that is not only where what we're talking about takes place, but it is the topic here. 毎年4月の終わり頃 So, から。Kara, from, and then we have a goro, around, roughly. Owari, to end. So, owaru, to end. So, owari is the end. The end of what? Shigatsu. So, and maitoshi, every year. So, maitoshi shigatsu no owari goro kara. So, from the end of January, February, March, April. Listen, I don't know why, but I've never memorized what number corresponds to what month, and it just does not stick, and I don't actually try. So I'm just gonna hold up my fingers each time. So from the end of April to the beginning of May. So we have 5月の初め, so the beginning of, so at the beginning of May, かけて. So this is more like to occur or like because this is definitely not here. Let's go up to the top. This isn't to hang, to hoist, right? Definitely not to put on, to cover. So this is being used more like to occur or place. It can mean a lot of things. To hold, I guess to hold could make sense there. To pun, okay. To be partway doing, no. To address, to direct, no. It's none of those. Uh, there's not a like straight to English one that seems to fit here. Because kakeru can mean so many things. To cause, to turn on. It kind of feels like this. Then kyujitsu. Kyujitsu. Just holiday, really. Okay. Because, I mean, that is our, like, yasumu, right? But Q, without that bit, I just, apparently I've never known that. And we knew that day could be jitsu. Huh. Do I have kyujitsu? That's the other fun part. Is sometimes there's ones that you don't recognize. So turn the keyboard into Japanese mode with the Konami code. Kyujitsu. Okay. Technically speaking, we know the pronunciation of both of those, but because they're the pronunciations I don't normally see, we'll put it like that for now. Holiday, day off. Yujitsu ga tsukimasu. So it's continuing days off that is put at the end of April and the beginning of May. 祝日が多いからです。Okay. 祝日. I don't know this day either here. National holiday. Okay. 祝日. 祝日. Okay. 祝日. Nice. I didn't look over there and notice that I was typing in the wrong language. 祝日. 祝日. National holiday. Nice. Not holiday, holiday. There we go. Okay. ゴールデンウィークと言います。と言います。Well, like, と言い from the perspective. No, this is like a it's called. Like, or it could just be, yeah, to call. Why did I click on toll? E. It's to call. It's called Golden Week. Now, why did they not use the kanji there? Is it typically not used? Because we see the kanji there occasionally for it in NHK, don't we? And the NHK is more likely to uh, hide kanji than Yasashi Asahi Shimbun. Anyway, 外に出かけたり、出かける is to like go outside. どこに行ったりする人がたくさんいます。So there's lots of folks that are doing travel and going outside, essentially. So, like we have two toddies here. Anytime you see past tense form and then di, it's like a list of things, but an unfinished list. So that like, there's the implication that there's more to the list. So, 外に出かける would be like to go outside, right? Yeah, to go out, and like soto outside. どこに行ったり to go on a trip, trip, travel, excursion. And so then we have suru, hito. So people are going on a trip and going outside, and it's lots of people that are doing that. このため So because of this, right? このため because of this. 観光地や道路などが混雑すること、混雑することが多いです。Okay, so because of this, 観光地 is like tourist spots, right? Because 観光 is sightseeing. Kankochi is, well, a tourist place, a tourist attraction, sightseeing spot, right? So, Kankochi ya doro nado ga konzatsu. So, doro is just like a road, yeah. So, konzatsu might be like crowded? Yeah, okay. Konzatsu, congestion, rush, crowding, jam, confusion, disorder. Okay. So, our subject is that, essentially. And oides is just, there's lots, like this can be like be is, so be lots, essentially. Be lots of what? Well, this thing. This thing are things uh, uh, being congestion on the roads and tourist spot. So, このため観光地や道路などが混雑することが多いです。Okay, let's see if I've got 混雑. It sounds familiar, but that could be one that I've looked up and then didn't remember to write in, which happens, unfortunately. 混雑. 混雑. Yep, that's it. I don't recognize either of these kanji. Zatsu. No. Okay, so konzatsu is new. Congestion, crowd, crush, jam, confusion. I wonder if it's like if the confusion slash disorder part of this is like your mind is crowded, like that type of thing, like it's using the same thing. Let's see. So this is mix blend, confuse. This is miscellaneous. Wait. Montieru. Okay, no, never mind. For a second, I was like, wait, but then this looked different. Okay, 混雑。ゴールデンウィークという名前は、もともとは 映画の会社がお客さんを集めるためにget たものです。Okay, let's work through that sentence, and then we get a explanation of what the national holidays are down here. It seems. Okay, so it's called by the name Golden Week. Moto moto, more and more, right? No, I thought moto moto was more and more. None for the worse. Wow. Okay. I've been translating that wrong constantly then. Oh no. Oh wait, that's motto, motto, not moto moto. Right? Tell me I'm not just like completely out of my mind here. Motto, 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 motto. Motto, more. So if someone says motto, motto, they're saying more, more, more and more. Okay. I'm not 100% off base, but I am off base. Moto moto originally. Originally, 映画の会社が okay, so a movie company がお客さんを集める。集める is to gather, right? ために so for the sake of, in order to, yeah, for the favor of, or because of, X, this, つけたものです。And so as for originally, movie companies, cus- customers, 集める. So they would gather, collect, assemble customers, the movie companies. 映画の会社がお客さんを集めるために because originally the movie companies gathered customers つけたもの attached thing again what how should I be translating this one feels weird I'm trying to figure it out okay so uh called by the name Golden Week originally movie companies gathered customers. To gather customers, they attached things to it. Can mono also be like a name? Not mono de. That's not what we're doing. Mono indicates reason or excused. Oh, used as conjunction at or at sentence end, often as mono na, mono ne. Okay. Okay. By the way, Ren, should I take your hand? Every year you wander off. Okay, so Sketa is well, not the Kana version. To furnish to wear, to keep it. Oh, right. This has a lot of things to keep an eye on. You know what? Let's work backwards through it. Let's work backwards through it. Not my favorite way of doing it because I kind of like trying to puzzle it out. But be quiet. Go away. It was originally coined by a movie studio to attract customers. Oh, okay. Right, because we were talking about the name. As for the name Golden Week, uh, they. Okay, so furnished to wear, to set up to a lot, to follow, to keep an eye on, to produce flowers, to do intensely. Okay, well, they they came up with the name, they attached the name to attract customers, to gather customers. Okay. Huh. Okay, I guess so. The a lot of the like attach and hang uses like kokaru, kokeru, keru, those are like the ones that because they have 40 bajillion different English translations, I kind of wish instead of like being taught a translation, I was taught a vibe, you know? It's like this idea, you know? But whatever. Uh, my brain will always, every time I see tsukeru, to think of to attach, which is what it's doing a lot of the times. They've attached the name originally to gather more customers. They attached it to this idea, which we would translate as like to come up with. Could be a way of translating that. Anyway, 月に、19日、金曜日、少年の日、少年の日。Oh, sorry, Showa. It's just Showa Day. Like Showa, is that like the time period? The Showa era? Yeah. Okay, Showa no hi. Okay. Tenpo Kinenbi. Okay. Constitution Memorial Day. So Kenpo is Constitution? Yes, Kenpo is Constitution. Kenpo. Kinen we've seen before. Kinen here. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to be adding some here. Midori no Hi, got that one. Kodomo no Hi, got that one. So, Midori no Hi. Hey, it's Green Day. No, no Dookie here. Kodo, or I guess American Idiot is probably the one they're more known for now. Kodomo Hi, Child's Day. No, it's Children's Day. Okay. Uh, uh, 5月3日の憲法記念日は日曜日なので、代わりに5月3日水曜日が休日になります。Wait, what? Because this is on a Sunday, kawari ni. So kawari is like a change, right? Yeah, instead of on the 6th, so the 6th became a holiday? Is that what they're saying here? Well, this sentence I might need to deeple here because it's saying uh the third's Constitution Memorial Day. So as for the third's Constitutional Memorial Day, Sunday non all day, right? Because it's a Sunday. Hawari ni. So instead of the 6th being a holiday, I'm a bit confused by that one. Is okay, so this is what my brain thinks it could mean two different things. One seems weird. One, I think they both seem weird to me. But it was changed from the 6th, but I don't see from anywhere in here. So that it could fall on a Sunday, which seems odd. But also, the other way that I'm translating this sentence, that, and both these are probably wrong, is that because it's on a Sunday, they changed the 6th to a holiday as well. The 6th became a holiday. But I imagine maybe there'd be a mole in there. But, all right, well, before we deeple this, let's add in Showa. We know that it's a period. Do I need to memorize the kanji for the Showa? You know what? There's no reason not to. Let's go ahead and add Showa on here. Showa. Showa. Yup. Showa. 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 Like the Showa period. Okay. Nothing else to know about Showa. Showa era, reminiscent of it, old school. Okay, I guess, you know what? Old school. So, if you wanted to say something feels like feels old school, could you say like Showa no kanji, like something like that, like a old school style, old school feeling? Well, I guess we have the technology here. Let's just try it. Showa no kanji. I actually don't know what the. I think it's this one, right? This is the one. A Showa era vibe is how it's translating it. No, eiga. Let's do. Let's do that. A movie with a Showa era vibe. Okay, that's what I'm trying to write there. So maybe we are onto something with that use case there. Okay. Uh, then Kanpo being Constitution. Kanpo. Kanpo. Constitution. Rules regulation as well. Okay. Which I guess that makes sense because not Kanpo. Kenpo. Ugh. Read it earlier, then instantly forgot it. Kenpo. 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 Oh, not that Kenpo. Not Kenpu. Kenlepu. Okay, there we go. Where that came from. Constitution. Okay. And we already knew Kinen for memorial slash Memorial Day, Commemoration Day, and anniversary. Yeah. Okay. And I wanted to deeple this one here. So let's do that. Deeple, since Constitution Day on May 3rd falls on a Sunday, Wednesday, May 6th will be a holiday instead. Oh, okay. So, oh no. Okay, I think what it's saying is because they didn't get a day off because it fell on a Sunday, and typically Sunday is one of the days of the weeks that isn't considered part of the work week. It depends from company to company. But my understanding, and this could be one of those things that I'm wrong about, is that it is common for a lot of Japanese companies to work 6 days a week, and then Sunday is like your day off. But I could be wrong. I don't live there, so that makes it sound like, well, listen, if a national holiday falls on a Sunday, we gotta give you another, like that. That's not fair. You were already gonna get that off. Let's give you another day. That, like, that type of thing. Maybe that's what's going on there. I don't know. Hey, correct me if you know better. But that was kind of fun to get the lowdown on Golden Week, which is just 4 days apparently. That's crazy. Now, I wonder if it is that they're making the sixth a holiday because one of these falls on a Sunday. So, like, if uh the 29th is a Sunday, does that mean they're also going to get the sixth off? So they get a straight 5 days. I don't know. Let me know if you know, because that's kind of interesting. Anyways, that is it for this study session here. We got a few new words, got some good grammar, and got to showcase some of the tools that we don't regularly show on these videos that we do on the stream side of things. Another thing that we also will do on the stream still is the Conjugation, where we'll go and just practice conjugating, because I still mess that up quite regularly, and constant practice is better than not doing anything about it. So hopefully you also got some new words, got some good grammar, or at the very least got 45 minutes of entertainment. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Good luck with your studies. And I hope to see you again tomorrow for another daily Japanese study video. There might be a couple of days next week where I don't get to post a video. I will be traveling to another state with my son. to celebrate. So we'll see. There might be a few holes in the video output, but do not be alarmed. I will still be studying, just less recorded. All right. I'll see you later. Have a wonderful night. Bye.